and the time is now.
Caring, loving people from the southern zone of Plateau.
Plateau, northern, south, Shandong, Mikan, Wase,
See
and
the land is green, Plateau.
My beautiful Plateau, evergreen Plateau, PRT. Plateau the beautiful. I am a Plateau, my beautiful Plateau, evergreen Plateau, PRT.
We will rise again, build again, stand strong, so high, like an eagle. Let us put our past behind us. Let's embrace restoration.
the beautiful people of Central Zone of Plateau. Mangu, Panshin, Kanke, Kenam, and Bokas.
Now let's go up to the northern zone.
Barrington Lord, Riam, just east and just south. Bassa, down to Chestnut.
I am a Plateau, my beautiful Plateau, evergreen Plateau, we are. Build the Plateau of our dreams. I am a Plateau, oh, let the beauty flow. Evergreen Plateau, we are. Build the Plateau of our dreams. I am a Plateau, oh, let the beauty flow.
Our culture is our identity. PRTV, committed to you. PRTVC.
This is News Track coming to you from our Refuel studio. I am Nisi Alan. The National Economic Council, NEC, has endorsed the revised National Social Protection Policy, NSPP 2026 to 2030. Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, said this while briefing State House correspondents at the end of NEC's meeting for the month of August, chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima. Bagudu also disclosed that the council urged the 36 states of Nigeria to align with the social protection policies, laws, and budget implementation plans with the reviewed National Social Protection Policy. He said the policy proposes the establishment of a National Social Protection Council which will provide overarching oversight of coordination and implementation. The minister disclosed that the council is to be chaired by the vice president, with the ministers of Budget and Economic Planning, Labor and Employment, and Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction as vice chairs. He added that the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning is to serve as council's secretariat, while 6 governors representing each of the 6 geopolitical zones will serve as members. The National Social Protection Policy 2026 to 2030 is a national policy framework for strengthening social protection coordination, financing, implementation, monitoring, and accountability across the Federation. The Plateau State Government has reaffirmed its commitment to reduce malnutrition in vulnerable children across the state. State Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Ephraim Usman, disclosed this at a stakeholders engagement on nutrition peer review symposium held at the Pangshin Local Government Secretariat for the Central Zone. Details of the report by Mangu Zonal correspondent Ragnan Ignatius are completed in our studio.
Represented by the Director Budget Planning Statistics of the Ministry, Philip Haruna, the Commissioner thanked President Bola Tinubu for initiating the program in the 774 local government areas in the country. The Commissioner said Governor Caleb Mutfwang is committed to the success of adding value to nutritional support for rural children. He noted that peer review is to enable the committee discuss challenges, profile possible solutions, and make headways towards overcoming what is before them.
The future of the nation is at stake by malnutrition. The children are the future of this nation, and they are the victims of this malnourished system of life. So the federal government and the government and our governor will never joke, has never played, and will never play with it. That's the essence. He sent like messengers, come, go into the hinterlands. What is happening? And we send you guys, now we are coming to hear from you. What can we take back to him?
Speaking on behalf of his colleagues, Deputy Chairman of Pangshin, Caleb Dassar, who heads the Nutrition Committee of Pangshin, observed that members of the committee across the zones are ready to put in their best, but however lamented that logistic issues are hindering the process. Presenting their reports, the focal persons from the 5 local government areas said non-release of funds, means of transportations to difficult rural communities, and lack of continuity in similar programs among many remains major challenges. For success to be achieved, the stakeholders appeal to the government to deduct money meant for the committee from source, provide motorcycles for each of the 17 local governments to ease transportation, creation of more distribution centers, as well as release of budgets meant for the program. The Ngolongas in the Jika Golit, represented by the head of Tuan Inde Richard Genka, said as custodians of the culture of the people, the health of children means a wealthy society and assured of maximum support for the sustenance of the program. The delegation also paid a visit to the chairman of Pangshin Local Government Council, Felix Gonu, to intimate him for their mission. Responding, Gonu, while appreciating all stakeholders for their contributions, promised to do the needful towards ensuring the success of the program.
As part of its corporate social responsibility, staff of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Jos Branch, have donated HIV test kits to the Plateau State government. The presentation took place at the conference hall of the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Joseph Gomok Secretariat, Jos. Correspondent Simon Swatkia has details as presented in our studio.
The donation followed an advocacy visit by the Plateau State Technical Working Group on Domestic Resource Mobilization to the management of CBN Jos Branch, seeking support with HIV test kits for people living with HIV in the state. Branch manager of CBN Jos Branch, Nathaniel Akwashiki, said the staff saw the need to partner with government to support people living with the virus. He added that CBN Jos Branch has also intervened in other areas, including the construction of a skills acquisition center at the NYSC orientation camp to empower youth.
The position of the President of the United States regarding funding of NGOs, responsible citizens, and the CBN being an institution that supports the less privileged through our various CSR initiatives. The staff of the branch took a decision to contribute money and procure these items.
Also speaking, Chairman of the Technical Working Group on Domestic Resource Mobilization and Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Johanna Mangtu, and the Executive Director, Plateau State Aid Control Agency, Esther Turaki, described the gesture as the first of its kind since their advocacy tour to government and private organizations. They commended the staff of CBN Jos Branch for responding to the call.
This is what we have been praying for. That when partners withdraw from funding, the state government should be able to take over. And when we have people like you, organizations like you, inspire us to do more.
I will say I'm overwhelmed. Plaka, this is something that is happening for the first time in the history of Plaka. where you see individuals dipping their hands in their pockets to support.
The head of APIN Public Health Initiative noted that the responsibility of caring for people living with HIV should not be left to government alone. The coordinator, Network of People Living with HIV in Plateau State, Ezekiel Afan, said over 40,000 people living with the virus in the state will benefit from the donated kit.
The Plateau State Executive Committee of the All Progressives Congress, APC, has taken its ongoing walking tour to Wase local government area with a renewed call on party members to close ranks following the recent party primaries. The visit provided an opportunity for the state leadership and grassroots executives to review party activities, address grievances, strengthen reconciliation and strategy for a united and formidable party ahead of the 2027 general elections. Our Langtang Zonal correspondent has details.
Leading the delegation, Plateau State APC Chairman Rufus Bature said the walking tour was aimed at deepening unity and reconciliation among party members, stressing that the progress and electoral success of the party must take precedence over individual interest. The APC chairman said disagreement rising from the party primaries should be resolved through dialogue and establish party mechanisms, calling on members to put the exercise behind them and concentrate on building a stronger grassroots structure for the future.
We are re-emphasizing that the issue of governance group, legacy group, does not exist any longer. We are in government. There is no Tinubu group and there is no Buhari group. It's APC.
The Southern Zonal Chairman of the party, Musa Nyalum, described the tour as timely, noting that direct interaction between the state executive and party faithfuls at the local government level will help strengthen confidence, resolve outstanding issues, and reposition the party. Chairman of Wase Local Government Council, Hamisu Anani, reaffirmed their resolve to ensure unity within the ranks of party faithful, stressing the issue of any internal wrangling have been resolved.
He decreed and ordered there is no any legacy and governors group, and our people are accepted. We even started this morning having a meeting before they came. All the flag bearers of the party were together. So why is the difference? We have to work together as one and make sure that Wase being number one in voters' output.
Receiving the state executive, the Wase Local Government APC Chairman Shagari Yusuf commended the leadership for bringing the walking tour to the grassroots, describing the visit as a boost to party unity and mobilization in the area, commitment of Wase APC to reconciliation, party discipline, and working for victory in 2027. The meeting brought together party executives, stakeholders, and supporters from across Wase local government area, with discussions centered on reconciliation, strengthening party structures, and improving coordination from the ward to the state level. Party leaders maintain that a united and disciplined membership, combined with effective grassroots mobilization, will be critical to APC's preparation for the 2027 general election. From Wase local government area, I am Thaddeus Ilmen.
Oral health remains an essential part of the overall well-being of humans, yet access to quality and affordable dental care continues to pose a challenge to many Nigerians. This was the focus as the Nigerian Dental Association Plateau State Chapter brought together stakeholders to deliberate on practical steps towards implementing Nigeria's National Oral Health Policy. The conference took place at the Tet Fund Hall, Youth, Jos. The report.
The 2026 Biennial Dental Scientific Conference of the Nigerian Dental Association, Plateau State Branch, had as theme Policy to Practice, charting a path to actualizing Nigeria's National Oral Health Policy. The conference is aimed at creating greater awareness on oral health and promoting access to quality dental care for all. In a keynote address, Chuendu Nnawuke explained that maintaining a healthy mouth contributes to improved self-esteem and overall quality of life. He stressed the need for the full integration of oral health services into primary health care to improve their availability and quality.
Promotion of healthy settings to support oral health care infrastructural changes also to support oral health care, and there was a focus on sport programs due to oral health related injuries arising from mainly contact sports, and the policy directed attention.
Speaking on artificial intelligence and dentistry, Nentawe Yusuf said dental professionals can leverage AI to enhance their expertise and improve service delivery in the profession. The Plateau State chairperson of the Nigerian Dental Association, Fumilayo Yomi, disclosed that the state's chapter has introduced a bi-monthly program tagged oral health awareness and free dental checkups. She said the program targets places of worship, institutions, communities, and organizations as part of efforts to take oral health awareness closer to the people.
We started, that's every 2 months, going from one place to the other. We visited the University of Jos. We went to churches. We went to Jos Central Mosque. We went to schools just to create awareness. And in the course of creating awareness, we still have to treat people free of charge.
Representative of the State Commissioner for Health, Stephen Bishma, said the state government, under the leadership of Governor Caleb Mutfwang, has provided equipment aimed at improving oral health care services in the state. The conference also featured goodwill messages from stakeholders, alongside the presentation of awards to deserving individuals in recognition of their contributions to the dental profession and oral health care. In Jos, I am Deborah John.
In a renewed push to strengthen foundational learning, Chairman of Kwanpan Local Government Council, Christopher Manship, has reiterated his administration's commitments to educational developments for a brighter future in the locality. Manship made this known during a meeting of traditional community and religious leaders and key SBMC officials on out-of-school children, organized by the Plateau State Universal Basic Education Board in collaboration with the Universal Basic Education Commission. Speaking at a meeting held at the NUT Hall, Demak, the chairman announced plans to employ more teachers in Kwanpan, subject to the approval of SUBEB, as part of deliberate efforts to reposition the education sector in the local government. He explained that the proposed recruitment is to address existing vacancies arising from attrition due to retirement and death. He urged SUBEB to collaborate closely with the local government education authority to facilitate a process that will serve as a model in Plateau State. Manship affirmed that the program is significant to the growth of the local government, as education remains the most reliable pathway out of poverty, and called it a collective duty to ensure that no child is denied the opportunity to learn and contribute meaningfully to society. Speaking on behalf of the Traditional Council, the Long Demak, Ndamish Kagam Cosmos De Long, assured the meeting of the traditional rulers' support in mobilization and advocacy for education. Education Secretary of Kwanpan Local Government, Godwin Danang, commended the chairman for his consistent support in driving the education agenda, which he described as his top priority for sustainable development. He further explained that the program was designed to strengthen community involvement in addressing the challenge of out-of-school children and to improve enrollment, retention, and learning outcomes across public schools in the local government. Outgone Plateau State Commissioner for Commerce and Industries, Mohamed Nyalum, has officially handed over the mantle of leadership to the new commissioner, Musa Shams. Nyalum called on the new commissioner to explore new innovations that will boost the internally generated revenue of the state. The report.
Hand over this handover to serve as a guide as we palliate Nigeria's
Shortly after handing over to the new Commissioner of Commerce and Industries, the outgone Commissioner Mohamed Nyalum appreciated Governor Caleb Mutfwang for the opportunity to serve in the ministry. He advised the new leader to create new ideas that will turn around the fortunes of the ministry and attract the needed development and in the state and beyond.
In this ministry, we have worked, I have planned, we have also had some challenges in trying to promote commerce and industry. We have also labored to bring about innovations in the ministry. And so let me formally welcome you to the Minister of Commerce.
In his response, the Commissioner of Commerce and Industries, Musa Ashams, pledged to build on the achievement of his predecessor and reposition the ministry for better service delivery. He added that having served at different ministries before his recent appointment, he is optimistic that with dedication and new innovation, the ministry can be repositioned for better service delivery.
For this ministry, there are a lot of opportunities. We will unbundle them. The commissioner has briefed me on the issues and have built capacity. Governor Muftwang has built me.
Permanent Secretary in the ministry, Albert Chairman, who spoke on behalf of staff of the ministry, appreciated the outgone commissioner for a good working relationship and promised to extend same to the new commissioner, Musa Ashams.
By this transition, I know that truly there will be some rethinking in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So the directors in Commerce and Industry, you are expected to give 101%. So other staff, I will give my 101% in the next 2 days that I will be here.
The event was attended by directors, staff and other dignitaries present. In Jos, I am Njimbin Zita.
Meantime, outgone Plateau State Commissioner of Science, Technology and Innovation, Cletus Shirkuk, has formally handed over the mantle of leadership to the new commissioner, Mohamed Nyalum. Our correspondent covered the event held at the ministry's headquarters, Joseph Gomok Secretariat in Jos.
Handing over the mantle of leadership, the outgone Commissioner Cletus Shirkuk said the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation has witnessed transformation under the time is now administration. He highlighted some of the ministry's achievements in the last 3 years to include hosting of the Prtvc and signing of a memorandum of understanding with the UNDP, among others.
Formal construction of the Makerspace Innovation Center at Plateau State Polytechnic. They have finished all the paperwork for them to officially hand over to the ministry.
Receiving the handover notes, the new State Commissioner of Science, Technology and Innovation, Mohamed Nyalum, promised to consolidate on the successes recorded by his predecessors. He explained that the ministry will leverage the potential that abound to reposition the science and technology sector to strengthen governance, improve infrastructure and create employment opportunities for the youth.
Step you up from where we are. Our youth generalized are very, teeming youth need science and technology to upgrade their skills. Governance, if you look at what is happening, they are using a lot of technological input, especially when it comes to even registering people that come to work.
The commissioner solicited the support of staff to enable him succeed. I am Gokop Timothy.
The outgone Plateau State Commissioner of Works, Ubandoma Laven, has formally handed over to his successor, Cletus Shirkuk. The handing over ceremony, which took place at the Commissioner's office, was witnessed by the Permanent Secretary, directors, as well as staff of the ministry. Our correspondent has the details.
The outgone Commissioner of Works, Ubandoma Laven, while giving an overview of his stewardship, stated that he enjoyed a cordial working relationship with the Permanent Secretary, directors and other staff of the ministry. Laven explained that the ministry is currently working on 45 projects across the state and 16 of these projects will soon be ready for commissioning, while suing for maximum support and cooperation from staff of the ministry to the new commissioner.
When I came, nothing was moving. Everything was just dull. In fact, you don't know which of the project will commence, and you don't know whether we are going to kickstart which. And even His Excellency is like, how do we go about it?
The outgone commissioner assured that his doors are widely open for advice and collaboration. Receiving the handing over document, the newly posted commissioner, Cletus Shirkuk, appreciated Ubandoma Laven for transforming the Ministry of Works under his watch. Shirkuk, who commended Governor Caleb Mutfwang for finding them worthy to serve in his cabinet, promised to continue to work together to achieve set goals.
Government is a continuum, so I'm going to continue from where we stopped, to ensure that that promised land that we want to go, all of us will go there.
The newly posted commissioner said he will operate an open-door policy where staff will contribute their quota towards the success of the ministry. From the Joseph Gomwok Secretariat in Jos, I am Albert Dakup.
Devastating floods on the Nepal-Tibet border region have killed at least 472 people 48 hours after the disaster. Nepal ordered rescuers searching for survivors of deadly floods to get to safety as it reported a debris dam had burst in Tibet on Friday, bringing risk of new torrents. Emergency teams have recovered 472 bodies after a tsunami-like wall of water and mud crashed down on Wednesday, burying homes, smashing bridges and sweeping away vehicles in both Nepal and Tibet. More than 1,400 people are missing, including trekkers in the Himalayas and scores of Hindu pilgrims to Tibet's sacred snow-capped Mount Kailash. The U.S. Geological Survey said the disaster, the deadliest for Nepal since a 2015 earthquake, was caused by a glacial collapse that triggered a vast flow of icy debris. The deluge of ice and mud also caused huge pools of water to form, with one of these formations bursting on Friday in Tibet in a new threat to emergency workers scouring the region for survivors. Nepali police urged all rescuers to immediately move to a safe location